Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy out there. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to leverage your existing position. So for example, you have some LINK tokens that have appreciated significantly in value, and you're contemplating whether you should sell some of your LINK holdings and buy some of these low cap DeFi plays, because relative to the rest of the market, they've been performing really well. For example, there's a token that I told my patrons that I was buying. It's already up 500% in the last 2 days. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to keep your exposure to LINK tokens, but also show you guys how to generate some liquidity to buy some of these low cap DeFi coins. Also, whether you're new to the space or you've been in the space for a long time, there's a lot of changes happening. There's a lot of things that are in motion. If you guys wanted to streamline your learning, I encourage you guys to check out my Patreon page, because as many of you guys can see, time is money in these markets. So if you don't have the time or you don't have the patience to do your own research, in my view, the next best thing would be hiring somebody who does all the research on your behalf. So if you're interested in that opportunity, click the link in the description below and check out my Patreon page. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Alright, to kickstart this video, let's talk about Nexo, because this is the platform I tend to use when I'm looking to leverage my position or to generate some short-term liquidity. With Nexo, you can use your crypto as a credit line. For example, let's say you have 1 Bitcoin and you wanted to keep your exposure to Bitcoin. You didn't want to sell it because you think that there's some significant upside coming. But at the same time, you wanted some money to maybe play with some low cap coins, or maybe you just needed to satisfy short-term liquidity needs that you might have in the real world, some bills to pay off. So what you could do, you could deposit 1 Bitcoin into Nexo. And at the moment, you can even earn interest on that Bitcoin. So when you deposit your Bitcoin, you can earn up to 5% on your Bitcoin. The base rate is 4%. And if your motive is just to own Bitcoin and maybe even leverage it, I recommend watching my video on Lend. They're now giving 6.5% on your Bitcoin, and they allow you to leverage trade your Bitcoin with a few easy steps. So basically, you use your Bitcoin as collateral to leverage your position. That way you can maximize your return if you think the price of Bitcoin is going to be going up. But anyhow, coming back to this video, what you could do is you could deposit your 1 Bitcoin, and if you didn't want to earn interest on it, you're purely interested in leveraging your position for short-term liquidity needs, then you could deposit your 1 Bitcoin and withdraw up to $6,248. And you can use that money for whatever you want. And one thing I wanted to highlight before I proceed is that this 5.9 APR, you're only eligible for that if you hold Nexo tokens. And so the way it works, let's say you plan to withdraw $1,000 for a loan. And in a year that would generate about $119 worth of interest that you're going to be paying back. And the reason it's 119 is because your base rate is 11.3. Again, you're only going to get the discounted rate if you have Nexo tokens. So coming back to this example, with the base rate, your interest would be around $119 on $1,000 worth of money that you've taken out. So to qualify for the 50% credit line interest discount, you would need to stake at least $119 worth of Nexo tokens throughout the whole year. And if at any time the value of Nexo tokens that you hold go below this 119, at that point, they'll start charging you the base interest rate of 11.9%. So this is a little bit misleading on their end, because when people see this, they probably assume that they're going to be getting 5.9%. But if you read the details, this rate is only eligible for people that keep a certain amount of Nexo tokens in their account. And that leads me to the next segment of the video. I just wanted to quickly cover the benefits of holding Nexo tokens. And if you guys have any interest in purchasing Nexo tokens, I'll include links to exchanges where you guys can purchase the Nexo token. So here are the benefits of holding Nexo token. Number 1, the amount of interest that you earn on stable coins and crypto go up by 25%. The base rate is 8% for fiat and 4% for cryptos. And the borrow rate that we just discussed goes down to 5.9%. And on top of that, you also get dividend distributions. And the way it works is that a portion of your distribution will be based on the amount of Nexo tokens you hold, and a portion of it will be based on how long you've been holding them in your Nexo wallet. So it's basically to reward people that buy the token for the long term versus people who just buy the token to get the dividend. They plan to add additional utility once they release the card, and they've been talking about this for over a year now. I still haven't seen a card yet, but I think it's fair to assume, given all the recent updates, that the card is probably around the corner. And lastly, they have this affiliate program that's going to be coming out soon, and people who have Nexo tokens are going to get a larger piece of the action by staking Nexo on the platform. And if you guys decide that you guys want to buy the Nexo token, before you do, make sure you check out this section here to enhance your understanding before moving forward with buying the token. So in this segment of the video, I'm going to show you guys how to deposit and how to withdraw credit from your Nexo account. Before you guys decide to deposit your funds onto Nexo, make sure to come over to this page to double check what the loan to value ratio is, because they do differ based on the collateral that you're putting up. With Bitcoin and some other large cap cryptocurrencies, the loan to value ratio tends to be 50%, and it's lower for cryptocurrencies that have a lower market cap. For example, with Link, your loan to value ratio is 25%. Meaning with a loan to value ratio of 25%, if I deposit $10,000 worth of Link tokens, the most I can take out is $2,500. And you can also work it the other way around. Let's say I want to take out a certain amount of credit. Let's say I need 2,500. So you type in 2,500 in this left field, and you can see that on the right, it'll generate the amount of Link tokens I need to deposit to take out this $2,500. So again, make sure to check your collateral need by using the calculator provided on the website. Once you're on this page, you click on Top Up and you deposit your Link tokens into this address. And if you wanted to check the status on your deposit, just click here on Transactions and they'll let you know how many blocks have been mined. Once the deposit has been completed, then you can go ahead and withdraw funds from your credit line. Here on the screen, you can see that I'm eligible to withdraw $319. So to withdraw this money, I click here on Withdraw Funds from Credit Line. And here on the screen, it'll let you know what your options are. So one option is to withdraw to your bank account. The minimum for that is $500. Or you could withdraw using a stable coin like USDT or USDC. So when I made my most recent withdrawal from this credit line, I picked USDT because I wanted to buy STA, and one of the pairs provided by Hotbit was STA/USDT. So what I did was, when the token was trading between 6 and 7 cents, I bought it on Hotbit. And given that the token has gone up so much since I've bought it, what I could do now is I could go back to Nexo and pay back the funds that I borrowed and keep the net profit. And they provide you a wide variety of tokens to use to pay back your collateral. You don't have to necessarily pay back in USDT. Instead, you can pay back with any of the options provided on this page. Now, before we go on to the next segment, I'm going to quickly summarize what I just did. First, I deposited my Link onto Nexo. Then I took out a credit line. I used that credit line to buy STA. And since I bought STA, it's gone up significantly. So what I can do now is sell a portion of my STA tokens to pay back the loan. But there is a downside to paying it back early. If you pay it back less than 30 days, they're going to charge you for the full 30 days. Even if you take it out for, let's say, 2 to 3 days, and you decide that you're going to go ahead and pay it back now versus after 30 days has elapsed, they're going to charge you for the entire 30 days. One way you could sort of get around this is by taking your money and depositing it on a different platform. For example, you could deposit it on Bitrue, Crypto.com, BlockFi. You can let it sit there for about 30 days, and then you can come back here to Nexo to pay off your remaining balance. In this last segment, I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks, and I'm also going to talk about how to take advantage of Nexo's dynamically adjusted credit line. So in the previous example, I showed you guys what I did by buying STA. Another thing you could also do is take your Link tokens to buy even more Link tokens. And assuming that you're eligible to get the preferential rate of 5.9% on Nexo, the 7.3% that you get here on Bitrue will cover the amount that you owe on Nexo. So in other words, it's almost like you're getting a free credit line. Assuming that my thesis is correct and we continue to get a higher highs on this next macro leg up, let's say you took $10,000 worth of Link and you got $2,500. You took that $2,500, put it here on Bitrue and bought more Link, and your Link that you bought, you decided to put into PowerPiggy. to earn that 7.3% yield. And by the way, if you guys are interested in learning more about BitTrue, I do have videos, and also you can check out the BitTrue progress report by signing up for that newsletter. But let's say you came here to BitTrue and you deposited your link to get that 7.3%. Obviously, that would cover the cost to carry your loan on Nexo. But one feature that many people may not know of is the fact that the credit line adjusts based on the price of your underlying collateral. So let's say the price of Link doubles. So the $10,000 worth of Link that you deposited is worth $20,000. Before, you were eligible to get $2,500. Now you're eligible to get $5,000, but you've already taken out $2,500. This amount that you see here will be adjusted based on the value of your credit line. So if the value of your credit line, which is your collateral, goes up, the amount of credit that you can take out will also go up. Mind you that this is very risky, but what you could do is you could sort of ladder up your positions. As the price of Link keeps going up, you can keep taking out more money to buy even more Link. And you can take that Link and put it into this BitTrue Power Piggy program and earn 7.3% on it. And let's assume that my hypothetical scenario plays out, Link doubles in price. Remember that Link that you originally bought for $2,500? Now that's worth $5,000. So based on the cost basis, the 7.3% that you're earning on your $2,500 is actually 14.6. To really drive home that point, let me go ahead and provide you with an example. Let's say that $2,500 was netting you 0.5 Link per day. If the price of Link doubles, that $2,500 is worth $5,000, but you still have the same amount of Link in your account. And since you have the same amount of Link in your account, you're going to continue to receive 0.5 Link. But since the price of Link has doubled, that 0.5 that you're getting is also worth double. So in other words, the yield on your cost basis has essentially doubled, so you're getting 14.6%. Of course, again, I wanted to reiterate that this is very high risk, but you see what the potential here is and how you can sort of come up with your own model that works better for you. Now, the downside is if the price of Link falls and you've bought more Link, that's really going to impede your ability to pay back the loan. So what could end up happening is that you could end up with less Link, and you may have just been better off by depositing your Link on BitTrue or holding it in cold storage. Personally, when I do this, I don't use my entire position. I use maybe 10 to 20% of it. This way I can exercise some leverage. If it works out, great. If it doesn't completely destroy me. That massive liquidity crisis that we had in March shows you that these markets are very unpredictable and that anything can happen. So it's best to do your due diligence and decide what option is best for you. And if you guys are interested in talking out some of these strategies with me, I can't give you investment advice or financial advice, but what we can do is talk about tokens that I'm interested in and how to use some of these decentralized and centralized platforms to maximize the gains that you guys realize. Again, if you're interested in that, the link is in the description below. And if you enjoyed the content that I presented today, do me a huge favor by liking the video. I encourage you guys to comment down below with your insights. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure you guys subscribe, click that notification bell. This is Crypto One Step signing out. I'll talk to you folks next time. Bye.